Hello everyone. Today in this tutorial, I will show you how to create a simple wedding gallery by using these techniques. You can create some photo galleries, such as birthdays, anniversaries, valentines, or something like this. Here I have selected some pictures for my project. Let's create a composition. And I will call it as a main. Now I drag this image 1 to our timeline. Resize the scale of this image. Then give the keyframe at the start of the frame. Then move for 6 seconds. Then give the scale animation for this. Select these keyframes and ease it. Now hit P and change its position. Something like this. And now double click on this icon. On selection of this icon, select this mask icon. And create a mask like this. Hit P for position. And change the position of this shape layer. Hit M and open the mask filters. In the mask feather unselect this. And increase the pixels of a feather at the x-axis. And also increase the mask expansion pixels. Select this layer. And change the color of this shape layer. By picking up this pen selection. You can choose a color like this. Here I will change the feather. And expansion mask slightly. Select these layers. And pre-compose them. And I will give the name as an image holder. Now click on this text icon. And enter the text here. Let's make this classic. In Character tool. Let's change the position of this text. Set the text color as your need by selecting this pen selection. I am changing the color of the text here. Hit S for scale. And give the keyframe at the start of the frame. Then move 6 seconds. Then give the keyframe here. Select these keyframes and ease it. Go to Effect. And add the directional blur effect to this text layer. At 1 second change the blur length to 240. And direction to 90 degrees. Give the keyframe at 1 second. And at 2 seconds we'll make it to 0. Selects this layer. And hit U for visible keyframes. Select these keyframes and ease it. Looks good to me. By holding the Shift key hit T for opacity. At 1 second give the key. And move for 2 seconds. Again give the key here. Come back to the previous keyframe. And set it to 0. Select these keys and ease it. Now here copy these layers directional blur effect. and paste them into this image holder composition. After that, hit U for keyframes visible. Hold these keys and move toward the start of the frame. Now duplicate this text. Then double-click on this layer to select the text. Then enter the text. Let me change this text font style in the character tool. This is fine. Now hit P and change the position of this text. Again, duplicate this layer. Now hit P and change the position of this text. And change the text. First, arrange these layers in order, so that we should not get the confusion on which layer we are working on. Again, duplicate this text and hit P for a position change. Then double-click on this layer to select the text. Then enter the text. Decrease the text size in a character tool, as well as set the leading between these lines. Change the color according to your choice. Slightly, I will change the position of this text. Looks fine. Select all these text layers, and then hit U to appear keyframes. Now I want these layers to animate one after the layer. So what I do here, I just move this layer right at the end of the text layer animation. Like this. Do the same for all these selected layers. Now hit Ctrl A and close these all. Now select all these layers and pre-compose them. Let's give the name as a show 1. Now go to the project. Duplicate this layer. And in our project panel, duplicate this composition, as well as duplicate this image holder layer. Delete these 2 layers. Instead of deleting, you can modify these layers. But I want to make here clear to you without any confusion, so I'm deleting these layers. Drag this image 2 into our timeline and resize its scale properly. Hit S and give the scale animation at the start of the keyframe. Then move around 6 seconds. Then increase the scale size. Again, select these keyframes and ease it. Select this layer and hit P for a position change. Fine. Double-click on this icon for the shape layer. Then again click on this icon. And select these mask icons. And create a mask like this. Change the color of this layer from fill. By selecting this pen tool, change the color as you need. Now here click on this arrow mark of the mask. Then change its mask feather, as well as mask expansion. Here I will change the image position slightly. And I will increase the scale size of the first keyframe. Then change the scale size of the second keyframe. Let me move its position. Slightly like this. Let's close this. Now double-click on this Show One composition and replace this image holder composition. To do this, hold the Alt button and replace this image holder 2 composition with this image holder. Now select all these text layers. Hit P and change its position to the left side, like this. Let us change this text by double-click on it. I don't need this, so I will hide this text. And select this text and then change the text. I'm resizing the text here. I set it to around 100 pixels. Then change the position of this text. Now duplicate this text and move its position to the downside. And then change the text. Also, change the text size. And align it properly. Character tool. In this venue text, I will make it a little bit larger. This is fine. I will delete this text layer. Here I want this text to animate after this image holder composition animates. Let us arrange this text properly so we don't get any confusion. Move this text layer backward for around 2 seconds. And this text will move it to 3 seconds. Let us check now. Here you can see our text animates are too delayed. So let us set it properly. By selecting the text layer, hit U to appear the keyframes. Let us keep this first keyframe in the middle of the keyframes of the upper layer, that is for 1 second. Also, set this text accordingly. Let's close this now. And let's check it. Okay, looks fine. Slightly I'm changing the position of these layers. Double-click on this text layer, and go to the character tool, and change the color of the text. By using the pen tool, I'm selecting the text color. Change the text color for all these texts as I did. I'm making this into caps so that it looks better. Well, looks fine now. Now select this Show One composition. Go to Project, then drag and drop this Show Two compositions over this Show One composition by holding the Alt key. Let's keep this above. Around something 6 seconds, I will split these layers by holding simultaneously Ctrl, Shift, and hit D. I will move this Show One layer at the 6 seconds. Looks better. But at the end of this below layer, I want to give some blur effect around something at this point. We'll give the effect for this Go to the Effects tool. And drag and drop the directional blur effect to this layer. In this effect control, blur length will make it 240. The direction will make it 90 degrees. Give the keyframe here. And move a few frames. Then make it to 0. Selecting this hit you and easy ease these keyframes. Oops. Actually this should be 0. And this keyframe should be 240. Let's check now. Okay, looks good to me. Now here, I want one more show composition, for which we have to duplicate from one of these layers. It won't matter which composition you will duplicate. After making a duplicate, go to the project, and here duplicate the show 2 layer, and double click on it. Then here, select the image holder, and duplicate this image holder too, and replace it with this image holder by holding the Alt key. Again double click on this image holder, and delete both layers, so that we will create a new one. Drag the image here and resize its scale. Then change its position. Now drag and drop one more image. And also set its scale size. And position. Let's move it above. Fine. Now I will create a shaper layer. Double click on this icon. Then again click on this icon. And select this mask icon. And create a mask like this. Slightly move it backward. Now hit M for mask. Then open its filters. In the mask, feather unchecks this. And in the mask, expansion increases at around 29 pixels. Select this shape layer. And fill in the color. By selecting the pen tool. Close this. Then go to show one composition. Let's copy these text layers. And paste it here. And just change the position text like this. Let's arrange it properly in order. Double click on this layer. And type the text. Select this single text. And resize its size to around 40 pixels. Make some changes in leading. With the help of this pen tool, I'm selecting the color for the text. This color looks fine to me. Now bring the text down. As well as this text too. Okay, now let's change the text. According to need. I'm speeding up this part. To save your time. Now finally, change the text color. Using the pen tool. Just copy and paste the above text color. Place this layer at the end, where the below layer ends up. Select this text, and hold the Alt key. And then, replace this layer with this show 2 layers. Let's check once preview. Hit U and change the position of the keyframe. The direction of the blur is changed here. So let's select this effect layer. And go to Effect Control. And then change the blur length to 240. And direction to 90 degrees. I have to make this to 0 and this to 240. Now it is perfect. Now I will add roughen edges effect for this shape layer, for which I will double click on this icon. Fill select none. And stroke on it. Here search for roughen edges. And apply this effect to this shape layer. In Effect Control. In the edge type change it to photocopy. Now you can see our stroke has changed. Let's give the scale animation. For pictures of image holder 3. Select both these layers. And hit S at the start of the frame. Give the keyframe. Then move to around 6 seconds. Again give the keyframe here. Now, let's check the preview. Looks fine to me. Hope this tutorial is helpful to you. Please don't forget to like the video. And subscribe the channel. And hit the bell icon. So that you get the notification of my new videos.